What's up, people? There's some funny shit going on out in the United States, man. Check this out. So these guys, they was right over there near the too far from the Hollywood sign, right? And they were walking and stuff, walking the trail, whatever. So they claimed that somebody fell through a hole in the ground, and they found a tunnel, dude, full of groceries, gas pumps, gas lines, lights, Jeeps, cars, enough food to last maybe 15, 20 years, maybe even longer. And so the military been up there and flying around and stuff for the past couple of days. I mean, it's straight like out of a science fiction movie, man. It's fucking weird, dude. It's really weird. Then you got the military flying all over and stuff. You got Black Hawks and everything. And then you got military Jeeps and tanks. And the tanks are coming out of Texas, going through California and stuff, I mean, it's totally ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. I think we're about to go through World War III, and this is our government's doing. Mother Earth is tired. Okay, Mother Earth is tired. Our own government starts wars because they can't get what they want. Like a little baby, when you take a pacifier from a baby, it whines and whines and whines, And that's just what our so-called government is about. Big pussies. They want to always start wars with people, with other countries, because of their resources and everything else. Every country in the world is kicking Americans out. Every country in the world. They got the right to do. And they got the right to not to do business with the United States. The United States, our government did this to us. So don't get this wrong. Our own government did this. The people that we put in office did this shit to us. Democrats, Republicans, they did all of this to us. Okay? They are the ones that caused this mayhem. They're the ones that's getting your sons, your grandkids, and all of them killed. Our own government. Our own government. See, they used to say the United States is the richest country in the world. No, it isn't. We have never been the richest country in the world. We have never been the powerfulest country in the world. All of that was bullshit. The only thing that the United States government has been, more prisons, lock up more people for crimes that they never committed, false imprisonment, kidnap, murder, contract killing, drug smuggling, heists, and all of that. That's what our government is about. When will you stupid fools wake up? When? I got a call today from an associate of mine, and he was saying to me, he said, man, you hit it right on the nose, man, on your video. I said, I know I did. Because our government starts this shit, Our government let these people kill other people. Okay? Our own government does this. So you got to ask yourself, every war that we ever had, we have never won. We have never won no war. We have lost great-great-grandfathers, great-great-cousins, and all of that behind our government for greed. This is all greed. That's all it is greed. Okay? Now you got a lot of you got Jay-Z. Check this out. He brought a little space to do an underground bunker for himself because everybody knows that shit's about to break down in the United States. Everybody knows this. You can sense it in the air. We're tired. We're tired of the crookedness. We're tired of the murderings. We're tired. We are tired. Okay, now let's get one thing clear again for the last time. I have freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression. The constitutional right, First Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of the press cannot be violated under no circumstances. You cannot turn around and say, well, you said this, so that's a threat and this and that. No. You can't switch words around. You can try it all you want, but you can't switch words around. The constitutional right gives me the right to express myself, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, etc. Period. No man is going to tell me what I'm allowed to say. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody what they're allowed to say and read? Who the hell do you think you are? Every Republican and Democrat has committed treason against we, the people. They violated their oath of office. Every Democrat and Republican in Congress has violated their oath of office. They have to be removed out of office. Okay? Now, let's get one more thing clear. This country, America, is not ours. It belongs to the Indians. Period. There's no ifs and no buts about it. There's no ifs and no buts about it. It belongs to the Indians. Okay? No fool should tell somebody you got to kneel for Israel. Who the fuck do you think you are? We got Muslim brothers and sisters and babies getting killed over there. The same thing the United States do to us. The exact same thing our own government do to us, Israel is doing to Muslim countries. The same exact thing. When are you people going to wake up? Do you black governors and Congress think they're not going to touch y'all? And Mexican and Spanish and Chinese and Japanese and Taiwan, do you think your job is safe? No, your job's not safe because you are ass kisser. You are expendable. You mean nothing to Congress. You see all over the world, all over the news, where a black person won to be a mayor or governor and they got kicked out of the office, locked out. Blacks. And I don't feel sorry for none of them because you shouldn't have been an ass kisser. You shouldn't have been a house nigga or a house bitch, period. You shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have been a yezam. You know, point blank. You got everything, whatever happens to you, you got coming to you because you turned against your own people. That goes for Mexican, that goes for all other races. Even in California, you got Mexican people that hates Mexicans. They hate their own kind. Just like blacks hate blacks. They hate their own kind. You got city council members in Los Angeles that show no fucking respect to nobody. But they rip taxpayers off. They're not in jail where they should be. Them are the crooks. Our government is the crooks. Our own government is no good. We have to change that. The Constitution right says, we, the people, have the right to freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of religion. We, the people, have the right to bear arms. We, the people, have the right to overthrow the government once they are corrupt. Constitution, 1776. We have the right to take every congressperson out of office. Democrats and Republicans. The military has to take in the military. This goes for all branch of military, Army. Well, the hell with Navy and Marines, the hell with them. But this goes for the United States Army. Be like other countries, like India, like China, where they are taking control over the corruption of the government. We have to take out the crookedness of the government, the conspiracy. They are all corrupt. We got it. The United States Army have to take back have to take back and put in jail a day trial and execute them because they have betrayed the Constitution. They have betrayed the people of this country. Our government, Congress, Republicans and Democrats have betrayed the people with their lies, their conspiracies, and everything else. That's what they did. The United States Army has to take control because they know they took the oath to protect the Constitution, to protect the Constitution from domestic and foreign, to protect. You got Republicans and Democrats admitting all over the news that they take money from foreign countries that hates the United States. When will you people wake the fuck up? You took an oath. United States Army took an oath to protect the United States, to protect the Constitution, to protect it from domestic and foreign. And our enemy is our own government. Every one of them has committed conspiracy. Every one of them has committed perjury. Every one of them has committed hate, retaliation against race, against religion, which is Islam. We have to take back this country. We have to get rid of the hate, the retaliation, and the crookedness. Because everybody that sits in Washington, D.C. are crooks. Every Democrat, every Republican are crooks, are corrupt. You took an oath to protect the Constitution when you put that uniform on. You took that oath to protect the Constitution and take into custody anyone that violates that. And that's what our government did. Republicans and Democrats are corrupt. It's time to fight back. It's time to take back our constitutional rights. It's time for Congress to be removed. It's time for the Republicans to be removed. It's time for the Democrats to be removed. It's time for every judge that violate freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of the human's rights to be removed. From state to federal, it's time for them to be removed. It says, listen carefully, it says the U.S. Superior Court case, Marbury versus Madison, 1803, established that the principle of jurisdiction review, the power of the federal courts to declare legislations and executive orders, acts are unconstitutional. Unconstitutional. Our own government betrayed every person that ever been in the military and the United States Constitution. Slapped us all in the face like we were bitches. Slapped every one of us. Who the fuck gives you the right to tell us we can't boycott somebody? We can't say this, we can't say. Who the fuck gives you that right? I'm asking the fucking question. Come tell me in my face. Who the fuck gives you that right? I didn't. Stop saying everybody is powerful. Let me explain something. They put one leg in the pants just like we do. They bleed just like we do. They die just like we do. Nobody on the face of this earth or Mother Earth is above any laws. The United States Army, wake the fuck up because it's coming. And if you are racist in the United States Army, get the fuck out, because you don't belong there. If you're not for the Constitution rights, the Bill of Rights, which you sworn to protect, you put your life on the line, just like the rest of us did. You put your life on the line to protect the Constitution against foreign and domestic enemies. Our enemy now is our own government. We are the only country in the world that let these criminals get away. Our corrupt government to walk. We are the only country in the world. Every other country in the world go right there to their homes, go right there on the floor and snatch them right out. China, Philippines, Mexico, all over Europe. Their military go and takes them into custody for corruption, and then they execute them. That's what it says in our Constitution. When will you people wake up? It's too late, man. I'm telling y'all, it's about to be too late. You think that all of these big businesses that's catching on fire is a coincidence? No, I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in that at all. Whatsoever. You think what happened to Hawaii was a coincidence? No, that was a laser light that came down in Hawaii. You seen that shit on the news. You see a light coming down and hitting Hawaii, that part of Hawaii that caught on fire. Saw that shit on the news. You see out here in California, everybody, as soon as Rock and that lady that don't know if she's white or black, I forgot her name. She used to have her own show, Oker, whatever. A lot of people, man, destroyed all kinds of things from The Rock because of what he did, what he said. He lost all respect in the state of California from the people, from the wrestling people, the people that follow that stupid shit. My buddy's sons destroyed everything that he bought about The Rock. Threw that shit out, man. He betrayed the United States too. You know, when he went in with Oka, whatever her name is. And they don't even like her no more. You know? And like that other house nigga, Kanye West. Nobody buys his shit. He ain't nothing but he don't even know what the fuck he is. You know? So, I mean, wake up, man. Our army has to take back our country. Our army has to go down to the White House, lock up every congressman, Democrat and Republican, and hold them on trial for one day, like it says in the Constitution, because they have betrayed the Constitution. They have betrayed the oath of office. They have betrayed the people of all race in this country. They have betrayed it. On national TV. They lie so fucking much. They lie so much just to get votes. And you stupid people go for that bullshit. See, somebody asked me to pull it up. Okay. Federal judge on Tuesday blocked the statewide ban on TikTok because it was unconstitutional. Federal judge blocked it, okay, stating that violates the First Amendment right, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of expression, okay? The United States government showed no evidence whatsoever that the people that uses the website TikTok information has been compromised. The United States government did not prove whatsoever that China took the United States people information. Every one of those Republicans and Democrats that lied on TikTok, TikTok needs to sue them. The owner of TikTok needs to sue them. That's what the owner of TikTok needs to do. Sue every one of them for their lies, their defamation of character, their conspiracy. Because that's what it is. From the Democrats and the Republicans. They have committed conspiracy. They have bad-mouthed this company. Responsibility had to be taken against them. There's no ifs and no buts. Responsibility have to be taken against them. You got now judges are fucking tired of these lousy ass pig cops, deputies, and sheriffs locking innocent people up, giving them false charges. You got in Colorado, again, the appellate court ruled again. No judge, no cop, no TA or city attorney has immunity. They ruled it again. And again, other people are saying, well, why this man doesn't have immunity? He's just a citizen. Then you don't need immunity. If this man doesn't have immunity from prosecution, you don't need immunity from prosecution or being sued. No. We the people put you in. We the people can take you out of office. Let's cripple the United States, people. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Because it's almost too late, an inch away from too late. It is, man. There's no buts about it. It's almost an inch away from being too late, man. We got to start fighting back. We got to start taking back our rights. We got to put these crooked bastards, corrupt government in prison for life or execute them. That's what we have to do. It's best to execute every one of these corrupt government officials. That's what we have to do. China executes corrupt officials, them and their family, and we have to do the same thing in the United States. We have to execute these people. They have lied. They have betrayed it. I don't understand what's going through your minds, man. I really don't understand what's going through your minds, you know. And then you got now, you see on the news that all of these years I've been saying that sign up for Medi-Cal, sign up for this, sign up for that, with all of those agencies, and they just found out that they were crooks. They were crooks. This is the time to do your enrollment. But no, we're not going to prove this. When the Clintons were in office, let me tell you what happened. When the Clintons were in office, it was Mrs. Clinton. She fought for Medi-Cal, Medicaid for all. Then you got this card for all. Didn't give a damn you had a job or not. It was for all. Okay? It changed when they got rid of A, B, C, and D. For all of the people that was already getting A, B, C, and D, from the disabled to the poor people to veterans. When we was already getting A, B, C, and D, it stopped in 2000. In 2000, it stopped. That's when you had to pay for A, B, C, and D. It stopped. Before we didn't, you know. And so now, This government, your so-called president, gives our taxpaying dollars to other countries, and they tell us that we're going to charge you now to drive on the streets. What is wrong with this picture here, man? If that's not extortion, highway robbery, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. We run this country. We put these crooked motherfuckers out of office now. The military has to come and take them into custody now. Every Democrat, every Republican, we have to take into custody now. They have betrayed the Constitution. They have betrayed the oath of office. They have betrayed the people. Every law that they try to pass means nothing. Means nothing. Listen carefully. Means nothing. They can say what the fuck they want to say. They can put any law in the books they want. It means nothing when it comes to the Constitution. It means nothing. We got the right to picket Israel. We got the right to picket whoever the fuck we want to picket, protest or whatever, boycott or whatever. We got that right. The NFL shouldn't even open up their mouths telling these players to kneel for Israel. Who the fuck do those NFL owners think they fucking up? Everybody should stop even going to the fucking games. Stop wasting your fucking money because you're going to need it. Don't go Christmas shopping because you're going to need it. You are going to need every dime you could get your hands on. Your friends ain't going to help you. Your family ain't going to help you because they're going to have to pay their bills. They're going to have to need food in their house. Wake up, people. This is it. This is it. This is the bottom line. This is it. But guess what? Republicans got food in their houses. Democrats got food in their houses. Congress got food in their houses. They flying around in their expensive jets on vacation. They'll have a big-ass Christmas tree, celebrate Satan, but you don't. Don't blame nobody, blame yourself because you refuse to do something. You want to bitch about the cost of living, but you don't want to fight against our government. Put them out of office. So don't bitch about it. Don't bitch about nothing. Don't bitch about food prices. Don't bitch about gas. Don't bitch about car repairs. Don't bitch about your medical bills. Don't bitch about it. Because that's what you want. We tired of hearing you bitching. Because you don't want to do nothing. This so-called America was Indian land. They fought to the T. Even the government betrayed the Indians, just like they betrayed us. From every military family, our government betrayed it. Turned their backs on us. Now it's time to fight back. Put them out of office. Put them the hell out of office. It's time to fight back. It's time to take this country back. It's time for the United States Army. Well, I'm not going to call it the United States Army. It's time for the Army, the military, because they took an oath to protect the Constitution. They took the oath, just like the sheriffs did in the original Constitution. There was no law enforcement but the sheriffs. And the sheriffs took the oath to protect the Constitution from domestic and foreign. All enemies against all enemies. It was the sheriff in the Constitution, the original Constitution, The sheriff that took the oath, when he took his oath to protect the Constitution, that's what he's supposed to do. He is more than just turning keys and locking someone up. That's what the sheriff's supposed to do. There's only 2 sheriffs in this whole United States that goes by the Constitution. Only 2 that I know of. And they told the feds, they told the courts to kiss their ass, and they had every fucking right. They had every right. Because they said they go by what the Constitution says, not by what your bullshit laws you passing against the people say. So why these 2 sheriffs got more guts than our own military does? I'm kind of curious about that. Why did these 2 sheriffs that never been in the military got more guts than our own fucking military does? Back then we had guts. We fought. We fought for freedom. Not only freedom, we fought to stay alive. We fought to make sure no foreign or domestic country invades. That's what we fought for. We fought for our choose, to choose what we want to do. Our choice, to choose what we want to do with ourselves. We fought for all bodies, everybody's rights, from women, children. We fought for everyone's rights, not just for one race, not just for man. We fought for everyone's rights. They got the right to be what they want to be. They got the right to do what they want to do. They got the right to speak their mind. They got the right to express their feelings. That's what we fought for. Now it's time to fight again. But this time, it's time to put Congress in prison for violating the oath of office and betrayed against the Constitution and the people. It's time for them to be in front of a firing squad, every Republican and Democrat, for their lies, their conspiracy, their defamation. It is time for them to pay. Their family, their friends. It's time for them to pay. China can do it. The Philippines can do it. Nigeria can do it. Africa can do it. We can do it. The military, wake up. We should not be going to wars because these son of a bitches in Congress sit back, get fat off of our blood, our lives. Because they don't give a fuck about you. Our own government do not give a fuck about us. We are already at the bottom of the barrel. Our government do not give a fuck about us. Them motherfuckers are having steak, lobster, everything else. Our government do not give a fuck about us. Not one of those racist bastards give a fuck about us. Wake the fuck up. Now, where's all the people we taking America back? There was nothing never wrong with America. America was never gone. Our government took this country from the Indians. Our government took half of California from Mexico. You see? So you don't got no jobs because our government don't give a fuck. Our government let these people file bankruptcy when they're all over different countries doing business. From Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Babies R Us and Toys R Us. They've been open for years in other countries. They just don't want to pay the tax fees in the United States. So our government did this to us. Nobody did this to us but our government. Our government has betrayed us. Republicans and Democrats have betrayed us. Every one of those white motherfuckers have betrayed us. In Congress, every one of those white son of bitches have betrayed us. have violated, excuse me, has violated their oath of office, has violated the constitutional rights. When will y'all wake up, man? Because it's already too late. It's already too late. Already too late. You got this asshole that wants to give another 1-point-something billion dollars to these motherfuckers, but yet you can't even pay your bills. Ain't that funny? Yet you can't pay your bills. So now you got to file your lawsuit against the government. You give our tax dollars away, we got the right to have that money back. That's what's supposed to be going on right now. Every court in the United States is supposed to be filled with lawsuits. And they're not frivolous lawsuits. No lawsuit is a frivolous lawsuit. You stole from us, we the people. Our government strong-arm robbed us. Our government strong-arm robbed us. Our government robbed the vets. See, if I was governor, there'll be no such law about you can't boycott nothing in my state. And every Republican and Democrat, their pictures will be up there for wanted. You come to my state, they will be wanted. They will be wanted. Every Republican and Democrat that violated their oath of office and violated the constitutional right, their pictures will be all over the news and in my office wanted for treason. Every Republican and Democrat and judge from state and federal picture will be on my wall wanted for treason against the United States, for betrayal, for hate, for retaliation against the United States Constitution, against all veterans. They come to California, they will be in prison. They will have a one-day trial, and it will be ordered by me for them to be executed. That's what it will be. Because they have all committed treason against the United States, against the people, against the Constitution. They have betrayed it. Betrayed it. Every vet, every veteran, they have betrayed it. They have betrayed it. Every African American. They have betrayed it. Every Mexican. They have betrayed it. Every Indian. They have betrayed it. They have betrayed it, the laws of nature. They have betrayed it, the common laws of the land. It'll be house cleaning. It'll be house cleaning. You're not going to get paid more than a citizen get paid. You're going to be on a salary whether you like it or not. You don't get no raise. You don't deserve no raise. You work for the people. That's who you work for, the people. That's from city council members, all of them, judges, pig, sheriff, deputy. You work for the people. That's who you work for, the people. You deserve no raise. You work for the people. It's the people. Years ago, that's what we used to do. Like in New York, Chicago, all over the United States. What it was that back then, 20, 30 years ago, back then, it was the people that voted if they wanted to give the government a raise. It was the people. That's what it was, the people. You see, and then everything started changing when a lot of judges in federal court, state courts was getting kickbacks under the table, $250,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, you know, where they say, okay, now you can donate whatever you want to donate to campaign funds, right? So what's the best way to extort money? And you paying me to vote for your bill when you have no license, no nothing like that. That's called blackmail. That's called extortion. But it's not for them. It's only for the normal people. See, do you see how ridiculous that is? They can extort. They can blackmail. They can murder. And say what they want to say and discriminate, but we can't? What's the logic in that? Understand, man. Time's about to get worse. Really fast. Time's about to get worse for 2024. Really bad. Anytime you got motherfuckers, man, that says in California, we removed about rent control because this judge or this city council person got a kickback to vote against rent control, and you got rent up in the thousands and thousands of dollars, then you talk about, well, we're going to give money to do this for the homeless, but nothing's never been done. And everything that they talk about in their election, they never do none of that. They never fall through on none of that shit whatsoever. First of all, the first thing that would be done if I was governor is get rid of all city employees from city council members. They will be gone. There will be no more city council members that are for their own pockets, that have no respect for the citizens. There'll be no more of that. There'll be no more DMV. You gotta get disrespected at DMV and at the Social Security office. You gotta be disrespected by these employees. There'll be no more of that shit. You work for the people. You don't tell the people you only got a minute to say what you gotta say against us. No, it doesn't work like that. The people have the right to be heard. And those are all house niggas and house bitches we got on the city council members in California. Every one of them need to be put behind bars. Every one of them motherfuckers need to be put behind bars. I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought really that they was gonna do that to Maxwell Waters, right? Behind her crookedness shit, you know? But no, that's another thing. I would put a law in. Anyone, any council member from Sacramento takes bribes or anything, they go to prison. They go straight to prison. Every law enforcement, every judge, every government employee will be drug tested and alcohol tested. Period. Their DNA will be in the system. Period. No ifs and no buts. Their DNA will be in the system. No questions asked. We'll get a lot of rape kits that will be hit behind them. A lot of rape kits. A lot of rape kits. You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you've been accused of raping somebody or molesting someone, you out of office. No ifs and no buts. You'll be taken into custody. You'll be held without bail. See, no one that rapes a woman and molests a child should be free. That goes for judges. That goes for pigs, cops, sheriffs, deputies, Congress, Republicans and Democrats, city council members, anyone that's been accused of rape or molesting a child should be held in custody without bail because they are dangerous to society. It's like we couldn't believe that they gave those two individuals Moms for Liberty. They shouldn't have got bail. She shouldn't have never got bail for the rape and the sexual assault charges her and her husband did. Okay, they shouldn't have got no bail. They shouldn't have got no bail. Number one, they should be put out of business. Moms for Liberty should be put out of business. So I don't know where the fuck they're getting their funds from, but they need to be shut the fuck down. See, all of those people there are the ones that are your rapists, your molesters, drug traffickers, transporting across the lines, and none of the people that have these people working in their houses. You see, and then another thing that would happen would be that there will be no borders. Period. Not in the state of California. There will be no more motherfucking borders. Because you got to understand, I will go by the laws of the Constitution, of the oath that I took. No one will be above the law. No rich, no Democrat, no Republican, no city council member. No one will be above the laws. There will be no such thing as immunity for them whatsoever. Because if the citizens do not have qualified immunity, what gives you the right to have qualified immunity? Because in the Constitution, it says we got the right to sue the government. We have that right to sue the government. We have that right to file lawsuits against anyone that caused harm to us. We have that constitutional right. That's the right we have. That's the right that our forefathers, the people that call themselves forefathers, put in the Constitution. You see, stop getting happy because you got a black judge or a black senator or this or that. They just want your votes. You got one mayor. She is the crookedest fucking lady. I forgot what state that was in, but she's all over the fucking news, you know. And how the hell, see, this is what I don't understand. How the hell can a Republican, can Congress deny another congressperson access to their office? What kind of shit is that? Our own government is racist. And we have to stop this now. It is time to fight now. It is time. The United States Army has to do just like every other country against the corruption in government. You have to take Congress into custody. You have to take Congress into custody. Even the president, you have to take into custody. You have to take them into custody. They have betrayed the United States people. They have betrayed their oath of office. They have betrayed the Constitution. It says you cannot be or getting money from a foreign country. You are a traitor. You are a spy for that foreign country. When Republicans get up there and say they got funded from other countries, they are a traitor. They have committed treason against the people of the United States. That's what they have done. If any of you fools go Christmas shopping, that's just what you are, fools. Because you're going to need your fucking money. Christmas was banned out of the United States before. In 1836, it was a pagan holiday, still a pagan holiday. They didn't bring Christmas, they didn't start celebrating Christmas until the late 1800s. Around the 1900s, they started celebrating Christmas in the United States. Your so-called Jesus Christ wasn't born in December. Under no fucking way. His birthday ain't no fucking December. I'm going to tell you something else, how stupid you individuals are, man. There's no such thing in the Quran or in the Bible, the original Bible. This New Testament is bullshit. Okay, that's all bullshit. There's no such thing as a New Testament. That's all bullshit. Okay, but there's nothing in the original Bible about no fucking pope. No pope whatsoever. There's no such thing. No such thing of a pope. God never says give money to the church. No such thing. And I see you stupid bastards give your money to these churches, but yet you can't even pay your electric bill. The churches are not going to help you. You gave your money to, they got their Rolls Royces, they diamonds on, they gold on, driving a Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, buying jets. God never said give money to a church. God never said the only way you come into heaven is by giving money. God never said no such fucking thing. God never said no such thing. Nowhere in no fucking Bible you can find that God said give money to the church. Those preachers, those pastors, those rabbis, they're all lying to you. Every one of them motherfuckers lied to you, asses, and you stupid people, especially the old people, are so vulnerable. You think you're going to go to heaven? First of all, let's get one fucking thing clear here. We breathe air. We die. Only two things we got in life, live and death. That's it. Nobody on the face of this earth ever came back from death and said they've been to heaven. Not one human being ever said that they came back from the dead and they was in heaven. Not one human being. We are in hell, and that's what we live in hell now. We are in hell. God never said give money to the church. Them preachers, those pastors, those rabbis are some lying motherfuckers, man. All they do is just like the Republicans and Democrats in Congress, just to get your money. Just to get your... Back then when you ran for office, there was no such thing about how much money a person made to run for office and none of that shit. There was no such thing. No such thing. That didn't start until after Nixon got busted. Okay? Then they got donations from other organizations. Yeah, I want you to pass this bill if we vote you in for office. And that was extortion. That was kickbacks. I need you to approve this bill, because my brother owns a trucking company, and we want to start trucking. We want to start getting this contract so we could go from this state to another state. How much do you need? $2 million. Write him a check. $2 million, cashier's check or cash. Now you got him in your pocket. Y'all stupid, man. Y'all so stupid. It's amazing. We fought for this country. We fought for freedom. We fought for kids' rights, women's rights. We fought for the Constitution. Even though some women asses need to be behind fucking bars, man. Even a lot of judges now are really looking in this shit where how women are lying so much on their boyfriends and husbands because they bust them cheating and kick them out and they file false reports. A lot of judges all over the United, especially in California, man, they hitting these motherfuckers. This one girl, man, she was married. She was married to this guy, and he worked for the city. He drove the bus, and she was a manager at a fucking Target. And so they had 2 kids, and he's driving his bus, man, and he did overtime and took a route where her store was at. And he pulls up at the bus stop. Here's the bus stop here. So he pulls his bus up, and right there in front of him, his wife is in the car with this dude, kissing all over this dude. And so He gets out of the bus and he knocks on the window. What the fuck are you doing? You know, open the fucking door. Now, mind you, he had a bus full of customers. You know, but I don't blame him though. And so he said, fuck it. He gets on the bus and he leaves and he packs his shit and throw it outside, which he has every constitutional right to do that. He packs his shit and throws it outside, man. So he calls up his mom and stuff, and his brothers come and stuff. And his brother is a deputy for off of I want to say off of Rampart Division, because that's a Rampart Police, and you got Rampart Sheriffs over there too. So his brother's a Rampart Sheriff at a Rampart Division, right? And so he called his brother up, man, and he said, fuck this, because he don't want to go to jail. You know, he don't want him to be accused of nothing. So, all right. So his family's there taking the kids and stuff to mom's and dad's house and stuff. So to make a long story short, so she's out of the house. He changed the locks and everything, man. Kicked that bitch out, man, right? And so what happened was he's at work. Now here it goes on day 4. He's at work. He gets pulled over by the police. The bus gets pulled over by the police. They lock him up right there on his job as he's driving the bus for domestic violence. Now, mind you, he didn't put his hands on this bitch or nothing. He threw the bitch out, man. His job, he lost his job with the city and everything. So he's out on bail for like maybe about 6-8 months till they call him this case. They finally called this case. His attorney filed a motion for dismissal because it was bullshit, which it was. The best thing about it, I think, was that he had videos, he had his house being recorded. He had cameras in his house and outside. The date and time she claimed she came by, he beat her and all of this shit, but it doesn't show her on the cameras whatsoever. Doesn't show her on the cameras that she says she was knocking on the door at the front door. He got cameras at the front door, every fucking thing, right? And the time he's at work, you know, so he wants to get rid of this bitch, man. He don't want nothing to do with it. He wants to fight for his children, take his kids from her, get custody, and that's that, you know? So make a long story short, when the judge is going over everything, the judge says to the DA, you sure you want to take this far, dude? Because I'm about to dismiss this case about this man, and she's going to be charged right now for perjury, falsified a police report, false statements, false allegations against this man. She's the only one in California that took a plea deal, and they gave that bitch, she should have got more time, but they gave her 15 years in state prison. She should have got more time. Anytime a bitch lie on us because we bust them on cheating and stuff, and we put them out, and they make false allegations against us, and they know that they false, but they also go by your race. And that's what they do in Minnesota. They go by your race in Minnesota. So if you black or Mexican and you with a Korean or Chinese or black or white girl, and you know you never assaulted them, and they say you have, you're going to go to jail. And they don't give a fuck. In Minnesota, don't give a fuck. Because Minnesota loves perjury. The courts in the state of Minnesota, let me tell you something, man. The courts in the state of Minnesota loves perjury, loves conspiracy, loves false charges on people. They love that on blacks, Mexican, anything that's not pure white. Minnesota loves that shit, okay? Minnesota loves perjury. Minnesota loves false restraining orders on people. If you white, you can get away with it in Minnesota. So they all need to move to Minnesota because they get away with that. They can get away with the false arrest, false charges, false allegations. In Minnesota, they can get away with that on the guys. Oh, yeah, Minnesota, they get away with that on the guy. I went through a bad divorce, and my ex-wife's attorney and my ex-wife committed perjury. Literally committed perjury. false evidence to the courts. And I'm telling the judge it's false evidence. This is what she's making. She got all kind of bank accounts. I know this. Okay? The judge didn't give a fuck. And she was a woman. No woman judge should be allowed to handle a divorce. No woman judge. That's my personal opinion. No woman judge should be allowed to handle a divorce. So anyway, make a long story short, in Minnesota, they love perjury. There's no ifs, no buts about it. They love perjury. They love falsified restraining orders, defamation of character on people. They love that in Minnesota. The courts love that. And if you find a judge in Minnesota that sees through the lies and the bullshit, you be one lucky motherfucker. You'll be a lucky motherfucker, because that'll be the first time. Oh yeah, the state of Minnesota loves perjury. They love it. They love perjury from the pigs, the cops, the sheriffs, the deputies. They love the perjury from the DAs, the prosecutors, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They love perjury from them. Oh, the judges love it. You ain't going to find you're not going to find no honest judge in the state of Minnesota. None. None. They all on the take. They all racist. Period. Every one of them need to be put up in front of a firing squad for violating their oath of office. Every one of them should be, and that's my personal opinion. But yeah, Minnesota loves that shit. But California don't play that shit no more. Oh, hell no. Because now in California, you can't go and put a restraining order against your husband or your boyfriend or some bullshit no more. You got to have evidence. You got to have proof. That's what it's about, evidence. I stab you with this pen. This pen is taken as evidence because your blood is on it. And I killed your ass with this pen. That's evidence. That's evidence. You just can't say because this man bust you cheating, now all of a sudden, on all of these years, you want to have this man locked up for domestic violence. It don't go like that no more in California. No. It don't go like that no more in California. A lot of these judges woke up in California because a lot of the judges' kids and family members were getting locked up for that shit. They wait a minute, back up here. You've been married this long to this man. He bust you cheating, threw you out, and you want to file charges on this man. You got no medical records, no proof that this man ever assaulted you, but you want to destroy this man's reputation behind lies and hate and retaliation. Your ass going to jail. Yeah, that's the way it is in California. They don't play that shit no more, man. No, there was this one judge. It was a lady judge. I forgot her name. And she woke up about a lot of shit how women were doing guys in California, man. That was the nicest judge in the world. You could tell that she saw the bullshit and the lies that women tell because she was a woman, And I think that was the best thing about that judge. Oh man, she was all over the papers in California, man. If she would have ran for president, us guys in California would have voted for her. We would have voted for her. If she threw her hat in for office, we would have voted for her because she's a woman, number one, and she sees how women lie, and how deceptive and betrayal and retaliation women get, but not in Minnesota. No, a woman could get away with all kinds of shit in Minnesota. They get away with theft. They get away with identity theft. They could get away with blackmail, extortion, discrimination, falsified police reports, false allegations. Yeah, women in Minnesota can get away with all that shit. All of that. They can get away with all of that shit in Minnesota. But not in California. They don't play that shit no more. No. And There's this one judge, man, that I've been watching, a family court judge in California, and he told they had the guy and the wife had joint custody. But the wife says, well, I put a restraining order out on him and blase, blase. And the judge said, I don't give a damn about that. All I know is I gave you an order and you denied and you violated the order that I put out. Y'all both have joint custody. He gets his child these days, this week. You get them these days, this week. That judge threw that bitch in jail, man. That judge threw it. She violated what the judge's order was about joint custody and kept keeping the child away from his father. See, let me explain something to you idiots. We don't want you women no more. Y'all not loyal. And that's the big thing. None of y'all are loyal anymore. And believe it or not, America doesn't have women. They have dogs. Y'all are dogs. Straight up. And if they're married, they're lucky. Okay? You have women nowadays that since the 2000s slowly came down to all of the internet where they have no respect, no dignity for themselves whatsoever. They don't. That's gone. If a person can find a woman that knows how to cook, you better keep her. A person can find a woman that has respect and dignity for herself, you better keep her. Because it's hard to find that person in the United States. Because women nowadays have no dignity, have no loyalty, have no respect for themselves. They're all over the internet, ass naked and stuff. And who wants a woman like that? You had the world seeing your ass. And then, here's the funny thing. These people, they try to file lawsuits against these companies that refuse to hire them because of their, I forgot what you call it, only fan sex thing on the internet. That company got it right because you putting a bad image on that company. So what the hell I want to hire you for? And you all over the internet, ass naked, showing your body all over everywhere. I don't want you in my company. I don't want you nowhere near my company. You have no respect or your reputation is gone. You have no respect or no loyalty for yourself. So blame that on yourself. Don't blame that on nobody. Blame that on yourself. You see, the women, and then they say women are getting mad because guys are going overseas for women. And they throw this bullshit. That's because they don't know how the men are. No, the women from overseas have more loyalty for their husbands and boyfriends and respect than the women in the United States do. Point blank. And that goes for both. Some guys are some dogs, man. Just like some women are dogs. So that goes for both. See, when I was married, let me see your phone. Here it is. I got nothing to hide. I don't have nothing to hide. I only got one phone. I don't need 2, 3, 4, 5 phones. I got one phone. I don't have nothing to hide. But a woman can't do that because she's hiding. She hiding text messages, naked pictures of herself, giving out to other guys. She's hiding. That's how I busted my ex-wife. I went to her phone one night when she was asleep, and I see this guy out in New York. Oh, I love you, baby. I miss you. When can I talk to you? Well, we'll do a video call, okay? I didn't even know what the fuck a video call was till I saw it on the phone. You see? I'm like, oh, shit. So I knew she was cheating. I didn't say shit. I'm just making my plan to get this bitch away from my life. That's my goal. Get this bitch away from me. And it's funny because women nowadays have no loyalty and no respect. And it's hard to find a woman in the United States that has respect for themselves and loyalty. Even if they got kids. I've seen where people don't want nobody with kids. And if you do, you got to worry about that baby's father. See? And because it's none of your business. See, let's get one thing clear here right now. When a man has a child and he's broken off with his wife and he has custody of that child, that woman has no right to discipline that child. It's just like no man has a right to discipline that woman's child. Because that's not your child. That's that man's child. That's that woman's child. That ain't your child. You have no right to say nothing to that child. Just show respect. That's it. You know? So I don't know where people get this notion that, well, you with me, so you can spank my child. No. Then your child need to be taken from you, and you need to be put in jail for child abuse. No ifs and no buts. Because if I had a kid, well, my kid would be with me. He'd be a son. See, he'd be just like his daddy. Don't take no shit from nobody. And don't take no mouth from nobody. He'd be just like his daddy. But if I had a child and somebody hit my child or hurt my child, they wouldn't see the next day of life. No. They have no right to see it no more. Let me see. You killed my child and you think you're going to breathe? No. You have no right to live no more, man. That's my child. Yeah, I always thought about that. How would my child would be? Just imagine little Shafiq running around. Would I want a girl? Nah, because girls are hard to raise. Girls are hard, like my sisters, man. Oh, man, you not dating my sister, man. Get your hands off my sister. My sisters wanted to go to arcade movie theaters in New York. That's what they would call arcades, right? And we used to always go down Jamaica Avenue to the theater on Saturdays, man. Watch Bruce Lee or Shaft or, something like that. We always went down to go see the big movies. The best movies were there was with Pam Grier, Come to Harlem and all of that stuff there, back then. And so they would introduce me to the guy that wants to be their boyfriend. And I said, we all going to the movies. And this is the way we're going to sit. Don't put your arm around my sisters. Don't kiss my sisters in front of me. And that's the way it was. That's the way it was, man. And my sisters couldn't keep no boyfriends, man. I whooped their ass. They put their hands on my sisters. And that was the bottom line. You hit my sister, I'm beating you down. And I did this thing to them. I had a machete. 007 switchblade, and a shotgun right on the table. And I tell them, I said, which one of these do you like? And they should say, why? I need you to pick which one or all three. I don't care. And they go, why? Because the day you put your hands on my sisters, you hit her, you bruise her, you hurt her, I'm going to use these 3 items on you. There's no ifs, no buts. I don't care what you are, what you do for a living. I don't give a fuck if you're a president, you a cop, you this, you that. I don't give a fuck. The day you put your hands on my sisters, I will use these items on you. The day you hit my sister, see, y'all can argue. Anybody can argue. But the day you hit my sisters, I will take your life. I don't hit my sisters. And you think I'm going to let some guy hit my sister? I don't give a fuck if she's your wife or whatever. Once you put your hands on my sisters, your life is forfeit. Nobody in our neighborhood ever disrespected my sisters. Nobody in our neighborhood ever hit my sisters. No boyfriend ever hit my sisters, man. You see? And back then we have respect. We always have respect for the elderly and the kids. Period. You see, nowadays, nobody got respect for nobody. And to top it all off, you got to earn respect. You just don't get it. When I was raised, you got to earn respect. You don't just give respect. You got to earn respect. You got to earn trust. And then you see this one fool, and I'm calling him a fool, buddy of mine. He got taken by this broad, man. And it wasn't even a broad he met online. And he's getting these pictures from this broad and thinking that it's her, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, we got over there, man. We could look this picture up, dude. So we scanned the picture, and it said that it came from Texas, and we in California. Now, she claims that she's in Long Beach, right? So we turned around and we traced the number that was coming onto his page, right? And we find out that it's not in Long Beach. It was right off of Weston and 3rd, where he lived at. That's how we found out this was a guy. He stole someone's picture from the internet, posing as this woman. And this idiot said, oh, my car broke down and I got to get to work. Can you help me? And this idiot, how much do you need? Oh, I need $700, man, for the tow and get the parts. And this idiot was so much in love with a picture, he turned around and he sent, oh my God. She told him, send it by card. I said, don't send shit by no card. I told him that shit before. Don't give no bitch nothing, man. You know, if you can't video chat with this person, don't send that bitch shit. This fool go to Bank America, withdraw $800, kept $100 for himself, and sent $700 to this broad by Western Union over here on Western and 3rd. Went to the Western Union office and put it under her name and shit and her phone number that she gave him to do, and that's how she had to pick it up. And so I said, well, did you check Western Union? And she picked it up. And then that's when it came to his mind. And that's how we bust her. So wait a minute, it said it was picked up in California. Right over here in Weston. What? Are you fucking kidding me? So we tracked the number that she put in for the Western Union. We go to the house, and there's a guy. My buddy wanted to whip his ass, man. It was fucking hilarious, man. He wanted to beat the shit out of this fool, man. I said, we got every right to whip this fucker's ass, man. He just scammed you out of $700. Just imagine the other people he did this shit to, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I'm like, see, this is why I don't give a fuck. When some bitch pulls up my name and they want to talk to me, and it's always, oh, my mom, I live with my grandmother because my mom passed away, or I can't get my grandmother medicine, bitch, video chat me. Oh, my phone don't do video. Oh, fuck you. I'm not sending you no fucking money. Are you fucking crazy? I don't know you. And then they always use the excuse, well, trust me, don't you trust? Bitch, I don't trust a motherfucking soul. How the fuck you think I'm going to trust you? I don't trust a motherfucking soul. I've been through that bullshit. I trusted a bitch for 19 years of marriage. Fuck trust. I don't trust a motherfucking soul. Talking about trust you. Talking about, oh, I love, bitch, you don't love me. You don't know me. So you don't fucking love me. You know, and that's the games they play online. But people, time is running out. United States Army need to seize and arrest and take into custody Congress. That's what has to happen. That's what has to happen. They are corrupt. You know, they are corrupt. And we can talk about it all day long, but what y'all going to do? Don't bitch about your tax dollars if you're not going to do nothing. Don't bitch about Israel getting your tax dollars and you got to pay to drive your car on public streets when there's no such law that says that we have the right to do that. And y'all don't see the reality of extortion, of blackmail from our own city council members. You see, we are being extorted to drive on public streets, and they want to charge us. Just like that stupid ass, that's this shit come from New York. That stupid ass Mayor Adams. This is what I feel about that house nigga, bald-headed motherfucker. His ass will be in jail pretty soon. Because you see, the FBI raided his shit, and they raided that for a reason. Because he's corrupt. See, it's funny how the Republicans can't stand the FBI because the FBI gets your ass on blackmail, extortion, corruption. That's what the FBI get them on. And now the Republicans want to demolish the FBI. They can't demolish the FBI. Congress have no authority to demolish the FBI. Congress have no authority to pass any laws. Congress does not have the authority to pass any legislative or codes, rules, or regulations against the people. Congress cannot even pass laws. The legislature cannot pass laws and executive orders. 1803. The power of the federal court to declare legislative and executive orders acts are unconstitutional. Unconstitutional. In other words, they're void. They are void. Unconstitutional. They cannot pass no laws. None whatsoever. So they say they want to take all of the power from the federal court. They can't do that, man. Congress can't do that. Congress ain't that motherfucking powerful. Congress would never be that powerful because we, the people, can remove Congress, which we should be doing right the fuck now. We should be going through, we should be picketing in front of every fucking Congress member's house. Every Congress member's house should be raided, put on trial for treason, violation of the oath of office, betrayed the people, betrayed the veterans. That's what we're supposed to be doing, just like every other country does. They send the military in to arrest Congress for corruption. And our Congress is corrupted. Very, very corrupted. Back then, when I was growing up, it was the people. They used to vote whether give Congress a raise or not. We used to do that. Even for council members, we used to do that. Even for city council members, we used to do that. But all of that was wiped out because they tried to take advantage of that, and they did take advantage of it. They gave themselves raises while COVID-19 was there. But you didn't have no food. You're struggling to pay your rent. But they got raises. They pay up from 100 and something thousand a year to 200 and something thousand a year. But you got foreclosed on, repo car, couldn't pay your credit cards, none of that. Don't bitch if you're not going to fight back. Don't bitch to your neighbors or your family members if you're not going to fight back. We got to take back this country. We got to put Congress, corrupt Congress, on trial, and they have to be executed by the military, like it says in the Constitution rights. They're betrayed it. They have made financial decisions. They have made financial gains off of foreign countries. So they lost all rights. They lost all privilege. No member of Congress should be getting kickbacks from a foreign country. money from a foreign country. But they did. Trump did, and everything else. See, they did. And they're still getting money from foreign countries. But yet, our tax dollars, our veteran pays, is all going to other countries and not to us. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man, you ask me. You know, we used to say, wake up and smell the coffee. When you people gonna wake up? And what cracks me up, man, is I still don't see on the news about all of these people picking in and shit about make America great. We're taking America back. We're taking America. I don't see not one of those motherfuckers on the news. They all scared. They literally scared. Them are some racist, literally scared motherfuckers. Period. You know, they literally scared. I don't see them picking in now. Free Trump. Trump's the president. Trump ain't shit. Trump was a crook, always been a crook. His daddy was a crook, always been a crook. Always been a crook. I remember when he did the Vegas hotel, this hotel in Vegas, and my buddy and his four brothers was working for that casino that he was trying to build, the Trump casino, whatever the fuck it was, and they went out of business. They went bankrupt. And them motherfuckers didn't get paid a dime. Them construction agencies didn't get paid a fucking dime. Trump's always been a crook. See, if I was governor, let me explain something to you. I wouldn't give a fuck about Washington, D.C. Not one fucking bit. I won't give a fuck about what Congress got to say. California is my state. I run this state. I work for the people that put me in office. The state of California will be the state that goes by the constitutional rights. The Bill of Rights, no ifs and no buts. Any judge, anyone that violates a citizen's rights will be removed from office. There's no ifs and no buts. Will be removed from office. You have no right to be in office. No city employee, no city council member. You have no right to be in office. You don't tell no citizen to shut up. They got the right to speak. We have the right to hear. We got the right to be heard. You work for us. We put you in, we take you out. There will not be no backdoor deals. There will not be you getting kickbacks to pass a law for this company here or to get this person here to get this contract built. No, there will be no more of that crooked shit, man. Not in my state. Hell no. You go to jail. You go to jail. You go to jail. That's what you do. You go to jail. Because the government has lied so much to the United States and betrayed the United States. It's not even funny. It's unbelievable, man, how we sit back and we let our government betray us, the people. You know, it's crazy. Wake up, people. Peace out. Take my medicine. What's up, people? This goes out. Assalamu alaikum. To all my brothers and sisters that are being killed with the help of our own government, the United States government. So, federal judge ruled. This is funny. Federal judge ruled, which was right about TikTok, which he states that the United States government has no proof whatsoever or showed any evidence whatsoever against TikTok that China is spying on citizens from TikTok. So he abandoned that law that they put in there, which also he goes deeper into his decision, which is true. Congress has no right, nor